to Shri Sai Tejasvi Academy. So we are seeing series of video classes on economics for 12th standard CBSE students. So we have started in the previous video with national income. So this is continuation of that video. Before we go into the today's topic, let me tell you, this is a series of lecture. I am going to cover the entire portion in series of videos one by one. So if you have to get the other parts of subsequent parts of the video lessons, you need to subscribe to my channel, so that it will be, whenever I upload the next chapter, you will be receiving the update. So please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, don't forget to press the bell icon so that you get the notification. So thank you for the response and comments for the previous video, and now we will go to this video. So today's topic, aggregates of national income. So what is GDP? Let us look at first what is it. So the overall goods and money value of goods and services produced within the domestic territory for a period of 1 year. That is your GDP. So we are going to see the aggregates of national income. So various aggregates are there. First we will see 4 aggregates. These aggregates are very important from exam point of view, and we will have problems in that also. So one will be given, one will be asked like that. So this is very important from exam point of view. So you have to know what is that. So you need not get bewildered, or you need not get afraid. So many formulas are there, I cannot memorize like that. There is no need to fear. It is one is, if you understand one is related to another, and how you get this, I will tell you. You can easily remember. No need to by heart. If you by heart, you will forget. No need to by heart. Just follow what I said. You will easily remember the formula. So first one, gross domestic product at market price. You see here, GDP MP. GDP MP means gross domestic product at market price. Market price means it involves taxes and depreciation. It has taxes and depreciation. You produce something, as I told you in the previous video, this shirt, you manufacture the shirt. Manufacturing cost of the shirt will be 600 rupees, for example. When I sell it to the market, I will have taxes and sell it for taxes, profit, whatever is there, I will sell it, add and sell it for 700 rupees. Yes? I will not sell it for same 600. So, the money value of goods, the gross domestic product at market prices, money value of goods produced in the domestic market for a period of 1 year. That goods and services, money value of goods and services will be GDP MP is equal to net domestic product at FC plus depreciation plus net indirect tax. So this is nothing but net domestic product at FC means shirt 600 rupees. What is needed for factor production? Production cost is your NDPFC plus depreciation plus net indirect tax will be your GDP MP. The next one, gross domestic product at FC. Factor cost. Factor cost, if it comes in anything, whether it is gross or net, when it comes FC, you have to subtract tax. That is the main thing here. That you understand, any formula you can remember. GDPFC, factor cost means you have to subtract from GDPFP. This is the whole value including net indirect tax. That net indirect tax, NIT is net indirect tax, GDP MP minus net indirect tax will be your GDPFC. As simple as it. Understand? That's all it is. No need by that. Net domestic product at market price. So GDPFC, net domestic product, will be what? It is as simple as that. Domestic product is net domestic product plus depreciation. This will be gross domestic product excluding depreciation. This one without depreciation. If you take depreciation out of this, you will get NDP-MP. So simple. Not net domestic product, net domestic product at FC, NDP-FC. Factor cost means what? Tax you have to reduce. So GDP-MP minus depreciation. From this, you have to deduct taxes. Indirect tax you have to deduct it. And government will give it subsidy that you have to add. That is given to government. You have to add. That's all it is. It is as simple as that. So remaining 4 we will see. Just you recall, try to memorize. There is no need to know. Strain yourself and memorize. Just remember the concepts. You can easily get the formula. There is no complication in that. If you do have any complication, confusion, you let me know in the comment box. I will be very glad to answer. Now we will see the fifth aggregate of national income. Net national product at FC. So NNP FC is equal to NDP FC plus factor of income from abroad minus factor payments to abroad. Now let us see what it is. So net national product at FC, factor cost means what is the salary income of the households, income of the firms within the country, that is your NNPFC. That will be the NDP factor cost plus whatever earnings come from abroad. Means I have a company in US, I am getting income from there. So that will be added to this factor income from abroad minus factor payment to abroad. Domino's company is doing business here. He is taking away the income. We are eating pizza, giving income to him. He is taking away the income from us. So that has to be deducted. That is minus factor payments to abroad. It is for the company doing business in India. This is for the company doing business outside India. It is bringing inside money. So plus. This money is going outside from us. So minus. This is the NNP at FC. GNP at FC. Gross national product at FC. Gross means what? Factor cost including depreciation. As I told you. Simple. NNPFC plus depreciation. It can also be written as GDPFC plus net factor income from abroad. So this gross national product at factor cost includes income from abroad. So next one. Net national product at MP. Now MP means what? I told you, includes taxes. Factor FC means without tax. MP means including tax. So net national product MP is equal to net national product factor cost, manufacturing cost plus taxes minus subsidy. That is the. So next one, gross national product at MP is gross national product is NNPFC including whatever income is coming into the country, including depreciation and NIT. Net indirect taxes. NIT is net indirect tax. So these are the aggregates of national income. Also, now we have seen a lot about GDP. Yes, we have seen theoretically the flow of national income, methods to calculate national income, what is GDP, so many GDP aggregates of national income. GDP, we have seen so much theoretically. But what it is practically, for example, 2019, India, GDP of India was X amount. Let be value of the goods manufactured will be X amount. 2019. 2020, what will be? 2025, what will be? So, for example, 2019 it was X, GDP was X, and 2020 GDP is 2X. So does it mean we have doubled our income. Think about it. GDP of 2019 was X. GDP of 2020 is 2X. Have we doubled our income? No, not necessarily. Because 2019, what is the price of the good that we are manufacturing, raw material? Now what is the price? What is the vegetable price in 2019? Now what is the price? So can we afford to compare like that? No. So we have to have something called real GDP. Real GDP is taking into account this price variation. They have a base year and then they calculate the GDP. So price variation, if they deduct the price variation, if they keep the price variation constant and then calculate the GDP irrespective of what is the price, including the price variation, if the fluctuation they include, then it will become real GDP. If they don't include, it will become nominal GDP. Nominal GDP means we don't know. We cannot say whether India has earned the double the quantity or not. In case of real GDP, it is a real indicator of keeping the prices into account. Yes, we have produced more, we have earned more. Setting aside the price fluctuation. That is one small concept you have to understand. Last thing. This GDP we have studied in this lesson. Actually, certain things are not taken into account in GDP. What are they? For example, your father is earning 20,000 rupees, 50,000 rupees. Exactly you know what he is earning. There is a value of his earning. Money value of what is being earned in your family is there. But there is one more person in your family who is doing production, but that money value is not there. Can you guess who? Your mother. She is working for you. She is working hard for the family. She is cooking. She is doing so much things, including nowadays working for the family. But her money value is not taken into account. So GDP is not the real indicator of what is the income. Because so many production occurs for which we cannot associate an income. For example, let us take a very practical example. Right now, my father is taking this video. I am not employing any special photographer in doing this video. I am not paying my father. So it is also production is happening. We are producing this video. But it doesn't come at income because he is not earning for it. So that is, you have to understand GDP. There are some factors which does not get included in GDP. I am not coming to say that GDP is not the real indicator of the national income. It is the real indicator, but it has some hidden elements for which you cannot define value. Money value you cannot give to that production happening. So with this I conclude this chapter on national income. So I hope this chapter is very clear to you, and if you have any doubts you can always ask in the comment section. And as I told you, I will be uploading the next video very soon. So I am targeting to upload every day one video. So you might lose track of the lessons if you don't subscribe. So please subscribe and press the bell icon so that you get notification of the subsequent chapters which I take in this video lecture. So this comes to the end of the video. We will see in the next chapter. Thank you so much for your learning. Enjoy learning. Enjoy economics. Thank you.